When was the last time you truly connected with someone? Not in passing, not in polite conversation, but in a way that went deeper. It's easy to go through life half-present, letting our thoughts drift elsewhere, while we check off the motions of interacting with those around us. We may nod, smile, and respond, but are we truly engaging? Are we hearing, or simply waiting to talk? Sometimes being fully present requires intentionality, a conscious choice to turn away from the distractions of the world and turn towards the person in front of us. It's in these moments of undivided attention that connections are forged, memories are created, and relationships are strengthened. In today's episode, we're going to unpack the importance of being fully present in our interactions with others. We'll go deep into the subtle ways we can often miss important emotional cues and how to cultivate a more intentional and empathetic approach to our everyday encounters. Join me in this introspective journey as we explore the profound impact of being truly present in a world that constantly pulls our attention in 1,000 different directions. The human experience is rich and complex, filled with a kaleidoscope of emotions and circumstances that shape our perspectives and reactions. Within each interaction, there exists a unique blend of circumstances, emotions, and unspoken dynamics that influence how we perceive and respond to one another. To navigate these intricate human landscapes successfully, it's crucial that we develop the ability to read between the lines, to interpret the silent cues and subtle expressions that accompany spoken words. This skill becomes even more vital when dealing with difficult situations, enabling us to approach challenges with a deeper understanding of those involved. By honing our interpretive abilities, we equip ourselves to engage more meaningfully in conversations and relationships, fostering empathy, trust, and mutual respect. But here's the hard truth. Empathy isn't an afterthought in our crazy, fast-paced world. It's all too easy to let the hum of busyness drown out the whispers of those around us. In the relentless churn of daily life, we might nod along while our minds are elsewhere, caught in the whirlwind of deadlines, chores, and endless to-do lists. Even in the comfort of our own homes, it's easy to be physically present but emotionally absent. As we scroll through emails, watch TV, or work late into the night, we risk missing the quiet cues that our loved ones rely on to feel seen and heard. When we lose ourselves in the labyrinth of busyness, we might find ourselves haunted by the question, was I really there? The answer sometimes echoes with a painful finality, and the thing is, life isn't one long lecture. It's a tapestry of moments, big and small, woven together into the fabric of our existence. These moments, some grand and some seemingly insignificant, are the threads that form the rich pattern of our lives. Amidst the symphony of everyday occurrences, it's simple acts of presence that hold profound significance. Think of it this way. If every thread in the tapestry of your life were a mile long, just imagine how massive the loom would have to be to accommodate such vastness. Yet within that grand expanse, the tiniest threads play an equally crucial role. The same holds true for our moments, both big and small. Each holds a unique value in the grand tapestry of our lives. How many times have we been so focused on the major milestones that we fail to appreciate the beauty of the smaller moments? How often do we find ourselves yearning for the simpler times when life seems to have been a bit less complicated and a lot more fun? Do you remember the carefree days when laughter echoed easily, challenges seemed less daunting, and the warmth of connection was a constant presence in your life? The allure of those moments lies not only in their simplicity, but also in the profound impact they have on shaping our perspectives and strengthening our bonds with others. In retrospect, these seemingly insignificant instances become the threads that form a rich tapestry of shared experiences and cherished memories. They serve as reminders of the beauty that can be found in the everyday moments of life. And when we look back, we realize that it's not just the grand events that make life meaningful, but the countless small moments that weave together the fabric of our existence. One of the toughest parts of this journey is recognizing our own weaknesses. Admitting we missed something, especially in front of those we love, can feel like exposing our vulnerabilities. However, learning to acknowledge and accept our shortcomings is crucial for growth and fostering deeper connections. In the Christian walk, embracing our weaknesses allows us to lean on God's strength and seek forgiveness from those we've hurt. It opens the door for healing, understanding, and the development of genuine empathy. Embracing our weaknesses is not a sign of failure, but a testament to our faith, resilience, and capacity for growth. It enables us to connect more authentically with others, showing that we're not afraid to be vulnerable and are willing to learn from our mistakes. However, when we choose to acknowledge and address our weaknesses head-on, we pave the way for deeper healing and stronger bonds. It's in these moments of vulnerability and authenticity that we discover the transformative power of empathy and grace in our lives. Sometimes we get so good at avoiding these tough conversations that we forget that acknowledging our mistakes and seeking forgiveness can bring about positive change. You've probably experienced this in your own life. You did something wrong, but it's easier to hide it than to admit it. But in the end, the lie we tell ourselves is heavier than the truth we should have spoken. As Christians, we have the privilege of bringing God's perspective into the world. Jesus himself showed incredible empathy, touching the untouchable, healing the broken, and speaking the truth that set people free. He understood that true leadership isn't about power, but about service. He washed his disciples' feet, showing them the way, gave up his life for them, setting the ultimate example of selfless love. Let's strive to embody his spirit in our relationships. Look beyond the superficial. Don't settle for surface-level interactions. Go deeper. Seek to understand the needs and feelings of those around you. Be patient and compassionate. Remember, you don't have to have all the answers. Just being present and supportive can make a world of difference. So I encourage you to take this message to heart. Be intentional about showing up. Show up in a way that matters. Don't just be present in body, but absent in spirit. Instead, be present in spirit and absent from the distraction. Make the effort to lean in, to listen, and to connect. Let's commit to doing just one thing differently this week, perhaps choosing to sit with someone in their sadness instead of rushing to cheer them up. Or taking the time to ask open-ended questions to truly hear someone's story. Remember, empathy isn't about being weak, it's about strength. It's about acknowledging the reality of someone's situation and standing beside them as they navigate through it. Father, we come before you tonight with open hands and heavy hearts. Confess the times we've glanced past people's tears, offering platitudes instead of presence. Forgive us for nodding while our hearts were elsewhere. Help us to see with the eyes of Christ, to feel with the heart of compassion. May our presence be a blessing, our silence a solace, and our words a source of strength. Guide us to be anchors of stability, lighthouses of hope, and channels of God's love in a world that often feels too overwhelming to navigate alone. My friends, the art of being fully present is a practice, a deliberate choice that we must make in every interaction, no matter how big or small. The strength of our relationships, our ability to connect with others, and our capacity for empathy are essential.